Everybody, what is happening? And welcome to the match reaction of Real Madrid versus Levante. We just won 3-2 to Levante in a somewhat lucky situation, I guess you could say. At the beginning, it looked like we were going to do it. It looked like we were on cruise control. Things were going well. It seemed like it was going to be easy. But then after that, in the second half, things kind of went down, and I knew this was going to happen. I knew that this was going to happen. I think it was 3-0. It was 3-0 at halftime, and I knew that Levante were going to look to put pressure on us and things along those lines. And yes, they did, and then it became 3-2, and it almost became 3-3. We were very lucky not to, maybe to concede another one. But again, you could flip it around and say that we were, if it would have been a loss, then we would have been, I would say, it would have been, it wouldn't have been fair, I guess you could say. That's what I want to say. So anyways, with that being said, let's go into the match and what happened during the match and things along those lines. So during the match, let's see, Lucas Vazquez obviously starting. I mean, when you have Lucas Vazquez starting, there's a problem already. And I'm not trying to put down Lucas Vazquez or anything. I thought he had a pretty good game overall. But look, Lucas Vazquez throughout the season, he's not the answer. He's not the answer, and I do want to see someone else. I know there wasn't Hazard starting. I guess I should have gotten that from the press conference. There was no Hazard starting. Obviously, he came on in the second half. And then Vinicius starting. I thought that was good also. It's very good for Vinicius to get game time. He just needs that playing time. And Los Merengues TV, I'm about to record a reaction right now, David. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Right on. Thank you. That's cool. So, yeah, Vinicius starting. That was obviously good. What else did I want to say? The second minute, sorry, there was a chance for Karim Benzema. Well taken, Benzema. It seemed like he was injured after that. And then at the 5th minute, then you had Borja Mayoral, who almost got a goal from a set piece, I think. Let's see here. So yeah, Borja Mayoral almost got a goal from a set piece. Set piece was well delivered. Just Borja Mayoral didn't get on it. And then Levante hit us on the break. Let's see here. Varane makes good defending right there. Lucas at the 8th minute, Lucas great pass. Benzema almost gets it. So overall, we were doing good in the first half. I thought the only weak link I have to say is Dani Carvajal probably. And I'm not trying to bash on him too much, but Dani Carvajal, I thought he gifted away possession a bit too much. But other than that, I would say when he got into the game, when he grew into the game, I thought he did pretty good. But at the beginning, it wasn't that great. Let's see. So Naj says, hello. Hey, dude, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you for being on. And Mosin says, hey, dude, what's up? Missed the game because at work. Ooh, man, I'm sorry. It's all good, though. That's life, Sometimes you just have to do it. You got to pay the bills somehow. So don't worry. If you're at work, you're at work. And, don't worry about, just being on or anything like that. Work is first. Work is priority. So I understand that. And let's see here if I can pronounce this name. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Strikshna says, "Hey, Los Merengues TV, you're here too. Your Hazard video killed. Lol." Yes, David, you must watch it. By the way, big fan. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I did watch the video. I thought it was really, really funny. If you guys want to obviously see something or watch something a little bit more frivolous, Los Merengues TV does have a video up about Eden Hazard and about his weight issues. But no, let's be honest. Eden Hazard had a good game today. I know he'll come good, and I think everyone just kind of knows that. But we're just trying to take a jibe at him for his weight issues. Let's see what else did I want to talk about. Look, I think overall the team did pretty good in that first half. That we looked so solid. It looked like the team of old. However, it really was a game of two halves. It really was a game of two halves, and we've seen this from Real Madrid time and time again. It's a recurring theme at Madrid, and I knew this was going to happen. I knew that this game wasn't going to be easy. However, we were just dominating in the first half. I knew Levante were going to come at us a little bit more. I just thought we could have done a little bit more. Courtois, man, I don't know where to start with Courtois. I'm not even going to start. But anyways, let me get to the comments here. What was the game like, says Mosin. So first half was really good. We were dominating like we should, like Real Madrid should, like Real Madrid are pretty much known for. The second half, it was Levante. It was pretty much Levante. We had a few good chances, however, I have to say. we did have a few good chances on the break. I know Vinicius Vinicius missed the shot once, and then it was Vinicius' goal, and then he got offside. So there was a few chances for us in the second half, but we should be doing a lot better. And then when Casemiro went off, I thought when Casemiro went off, like you said, Mohsen, actually, when Casemiro went off, that's really when Levante started to really take that game, controlling the game, I said. And what's up, Jonas163? Thank you for being on. Second half was disgusting. Yep, it was. We can't afford to be sloppy. I thought it was really when Casemiro kind of came off that we looked a little bit even sloppier, I should say. But it was throughout the second half that we're just not. It was kind of going downhill. And Mosen says, kind of worrying Hazard still looking overweight. I think he might be still looking overweight. I'm not too worried, to be honest, about that. The Eden Hazard overweight issue. He just needs game time. So I think him, getting his fitness back, I think he'll come just good. And he was good overall today. I have to say that Eden Hazard looked good. So I'm not too worried about that. Apparently there was hailstones. Yeah, it was raining quite a bit at the Bernabeu. It was raining quite a bit. Hailstones I was quite surprised to hear about. But it was raining heavily. And Jonas says, Lord Courtois conceding goals he should save. Oh, man, that goal, man. Seriously, Courtois needs to be saving that. I can't understand how he can't save that. I know I was watching the game, and I think it was with the beIN Sports commentators, and they were saying that, Courtois can't do nothing about that. But for me, Courtois, man, it was right there. It was right there. Navas would have saved it for sure 100%. And Mosen says, Courtois does much better for Belgium. Yes, he does. Yeah, I know. I'm hearing that too, and yeah, we need another goalkeeper. We need another goalkeeper because we can't rely on Courtois. He's not. For me, he's just. I don't know. We can't. I don't want to see him. I just don't want to see him. And now she says, I think we took our foot off the gas. Yep, I think so too. I think it's just Levante were obviously a better team in that second half. I think that's normal. Obviously, it was 3-0 for Real Madrid. I knew Levante they were gonna come back. They were gonna try to at least get a point or something off the game. So it's normal that they score a goal or something along those lines, but we really took the foot off the gas, and really we should be doing a little bit better. How was Ramos? I'm trying to think if I saw too much from Ramos. I thought he was pretty good. I think there was just the first goal where I don't know who you could blame for that. Like I said, tactically, I'm still missing a little bit. So I don't know who you could blame for the first goal. How was Ramos? I would say it was pretty decent today. I didn't see anything where it kind of made me ooh or ah, but I thought he was decent. I would say. Let's see here, and footballfullmatch.com, Mosen for full game. There you go. Thank you, Jonas. I appreciate that. That's actually good to know. And Mosen says make Areola number one. Yeah, I know. Make Areola number one. I would like to see Areola be number one just because. Courtois can't save anything. The only thing he saved was the one that was right at him. There was a shot that was right at him in the 90th minute, and because of that, I am going to give him a little bit of a higher rating. But if it wasn't for that, I'd probably give him a 0.5 or a 1. It really wasn't great from Courtois. It really wasn't great. So because of that last save, I think it was at the 90th minute where he saved something, and it was directly right at him. But he actually saved something, which it just goes to show that our standards are just way low at the moment. Man, I want us to go for Oblak, says Mosen. Oblak could be a decent keeper. I know. I would like to go for him as well. Dinesh, thank you for being on. Thanks for being on. I really appreciate that. Myra was on fire, I heard. He was pretty good actually. I mean, he did score the goal. Myra, I would say, was on fire for his standards. Nothing too special, but for his standards, I would say he was on fire. And no, David, that save was nothing. Courtois deserves 0, says Jonas. I kind of understand where you're coming from. I kind of understand it. I can get into the player ratings right now, actually. Let me get into the player ratings right now, and kind of maybe that'll give us a better idea of where things stand. So Courtois, I'm actually going to give. Let's see. He didn't do much in the game. Actually, he didn't do anything, I would say. And his distribution, it was okay. I mean, he doesn't really struggle with that too much. Actually, no, he did. Actually, I do remember there was a mistake. So, and then there was that. I'm going to say Courtois. I think I'm being very, very generous here. I'm going to give him a 1.5. Let's see if I can get this. Come on, don't do that. 1.5 for Thibaut Courtois. And I'm being generous, like I said. 2, Naj says 2. He made only 1 save, man. 0. Yeah, I don't know. What position are we in now? I'm not sure, actually, Mosen. I'm not sure what position we're in now. And Jonas, I think that's a good. I mean, I would give him a 0 technically. I think I'm just being nice, to be honest. Marcelo was really good today, attacking wise and defensively. I think he was sound too. I think it's a hit or miss for Marcelo defensively, but today it was a good game from him. Marcelo, I'm going to have a pretty good rating for him. I'm probably a 7. Typical Marcelo today. I thought he was really good going forward and even defensively. Let's see, that's nice. 1.5, that's nice, yeah. And Dinesh says, without Casemiro, we are really struggling. I am confused when Hazard comes for Casemiro. I was confused too, actually. I was super confused. I couldn't understand why we were doing that. I know Casemiro needs rest, says Dinesh, because he played many international matches. Yeah, Casemiro, he had that yellow card too, so I can kind of understand where Zidane's coming from. But man, if you take off Casemiro, you want to put another midfielder in. You don't want to leave the midfielders the midfield so exposed. And I feel like without Casemiro, we're just exposed, and that was the problem. And Jonas says 8 for Marcelo. Yeah, Marcelo was really good today. And how can you be so tall and bad like Courtois, says Mosen? Only Courtois can do such a thing, I guess. Carvajal, I'm gonna have to give. He was pretty good today. I mean, I know he gifted away possession quite a bit. I know there was obviously that bad touch. Look, Courtois didn't obviously help in his distribution to Carvajal. He gave a pass, and I think there around Carvajal there was about 2 Levante players very close to him. Carvajal also with the bad touch. But other than that, he gifted away possession a little bit at the beginning. But he did give the first assist, and I think he did pretty good today, Carvajal. By his standards, I'm probably gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7. I think maybe the right rating would be a 6 for Carvajal, but I think by his standards, I'm gonna give him a 7. Let's see, how can Carvajal switched off in second half, but overall good game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. He's kind of switched off, but and at the beginning of the first half, we kind of gifted possession, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be another bad game from Dani Carvajal, but overall he did, I would say, fairly well, especially by his standards, especially from what we're used to seeing this season from Carvajal, which was not so great. No, he did pretty good today. Let me know what you guys thought of maybe the center backs, Sergio Ramos and Varane. What would you guys give them? What would you guys rate them? I'm not sure. I thought Varane had a really good game actually. Sergio Ramos had a decent game as well. But I'm just not sure what to rate them. So just let me know in the comment section what you guys would rate them. I know Toni Kroos had a really good game. I'd have to give Toni Kroos an 8, just like his number on the back of his shirt. So Kroos had a really good game. And Casemiro, reckless at times, but that's Casemiro for you. Other than that, I thought he had... Let's see, I'm trying to think if he had anything. Like I said, a little reckless at times. I thought overall he had a pretty good game. When he came off, we were just exposed. I'm going to have to give him an 8. I think maybe that's a bit too high, but I'm going to give him an 8 just because when we don't have him, we're just a different team without him. Let's see. 7 is good. Varane and Ramos was okay. I would give him a 6. Dinesh says average 6, and Naj says 7. Casemiro 8, says Dinesh. Yeah. Casemiro I think was really good, and it's like when he comes off, it's you could see it. So I thought the center backs. I think a 6 is pretty good. I think we're gonna go with the 6 to be honest. And I'm going to let me check if I could just get this really quick because it's I think it's not gonna let me do it if I go like this. Oh yeah, it's gonna let me do it. Okay. Oh shoot. That's a bad 6, but let's see if I can do this again. There you go. So a 6 for Sergio Ramos and a 6 for Varane. I'm going to go with that. So 6, there you go. Fullbacks get a 7. Center backs get a 6. Let's see. And then we're going to go with James Rodriguez. So let me know what you guys think of James Rodriguez. I thought he was fantastic today. You could argue, I'm not going to say man of the match, but he was amazing today. And, yeah, I mean, probably not as good as, the first time that we saw him around, but He brings so much. He brings so much, and that's what I really like about him. So let's see. So let me know, of course, in the comments what you guys thought of James Rodriguez. I'm gonna be rating Benzema right now. To be honest, like Benzema had a really good game. If you want to rely solely on Benzema to be the, to carry the team throughout a season, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. He's inconsistent at the end of the day. So Benzema to carry the team, no, I don't want to see that. And I think that's the problem. We're just relying too much on Benzema. If we rely too much on Benzema, our season just won't go good. But he had a very good game today. I'm going to have to give him a 9, to be honest. He was really good today, just like the number on his shirt. Let's see. So James 7.5, James 7, James 8. I think 7.5 will be the score I'm going to give him. So 7.5 for James Rodriguez. I thought he was really good today. Obviously not as good maybe as other times, but no, he was really good. He was really good. So we're gonna man. 7 point, and yeah, this is a problem, huh? I kind of want to put the 7.5, but it's not letting me at the moment. So we're gonna leave it as is, I guess. And let me know what you guys thought of Vinicius Jr. That's the last player that I want you guys to rate. Or actually, we're going to go with a couple of the substitutions. Let me know what you guys thought of Vinicius Jr. I'm going to go with Lucas Vazquez. I thought Lucas Vazquez was... The second half, it kind of went okay for him. But I thought the first half, he was really good, making really good passes. By Lucas's standards, I would give him an 8. I think I'm going to go with 7.5 for Lucas Vazquez. I think overall he had a good game, especially by his standards. Starting for Real Madrid is nothing easy. And Lucas Vazquez, had... pretty decent game. So, but like I said, you don't want to depend on a player like Lucas Vazquez to carry Real Madrid. So, yeah, that's a problem. There you go, 7.5. Let's see if I can do it. Yep, perfect. I did it. James was great going forward and running back. He had the hunger we need. Yes, exactly. That's a good point, Naj. And yeah, that's what I want to see from James Rodriguez is doing that defensive work and as well as putting that attacking work as well. And Dinesh says our main problem is not offense, it's defense. With Courtois, we won't win any trophies. We need top quality goalkeeper like Ederson or Alisson or Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen I'd probably take. I don't want to give too much respect to Barcelona, but I would probably take Ter Stegen. I'm not going to lie. But I think Mohsen had a good point. I think the other player is, what's his name? Oblak. Oblak is probably the other goalkeeper that I take. Alisson, Ederson, they're looking good as well. I would say if anything, I would go for Alisson. So probably if you look at my kind of dispositions, I would go for just because Ter Stegen is Barcelona, I wouldn't put him at first, but I would go for Oblak. Ter Stegen, he's a very good goalkeeper, but I'd probably go for Oblak and then Ter Stegen, Alisson, Ederson. That's probably what I would go after. A bit late. What's up? Good to see you, Rodrigo Lasso. Thank you for being on. No, don't worry. Let me just recap for you really quick. There's the player ratings, obviously there. I'm just gonna recap really quick. So obviously, look, Courtois was kind of not very, very good today. I'm not gonna lie, 1.5. But other than that, we put in a solid performance in the first half. Second half, we dropped down a little bit, and then when Casemiro got taken off, it just kind of went downhill from there. So that's pretty much the recap. I mean, there wasn't too much that was being talked about. And Dinesh says Vinicius 6, Benzema 9, Lucas 7. Yeah. Hey Abdullahi, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you for being on. So yeah, I think Vinicius a 6. I think by his standards, I'm gonna give him a 7. Probably a little bit high. He was giving the ball away quite a bit. But I thought Vinicius had a pretty decent game. Like I said, especially by his standards, he's a very young player. He's playing for Real Madrid. The pressure is very, very intense at Real Madrid. And it's always a must-win game for Real Madrid. For a guy like this, I think I would give him a 7. I know there's been talk about him in the press, and he's 19 years old, and it's the same age as Joao Felix. Joao Felix is doing much better. I really don't care. Some players develop at 19, some players develop at 21, some players develop at 23, some players develop in 27. I don't care. Vinicius is going to develop differently than Joao Felix, and we just have to be patient with Vinicius. So let's see. The other player that I want you guys to rate is going to be Eden Hazard and Eder Militao. Let me know what you guys think of those players. So yeah, Eden Hazard, Militao, and then I'll do Luka Jovic. Let's see here. So let's see. Ooh, there's been some comments, huh? Abdullah says Carvajal is much better than Marcelo. How do you give him the same 7? I guess by Carvajal standards, I would say he was. I mean, he was much better than the other games by Carvajal standards, but by Real Madrid standards or by an objective standard, I think he was. I think the same as Marcelo. I didn't see much of a difference. I mean, I think he was really good, but he gifted away possession a little bit, and especially at the beginning, and so that's why I gave him a 7, I guess. Vinicius was better than Lucas versus by a mile, and you give them those ratings. That's actually that's a good point. I mean, look, Lucas I thought did pretty good. I thought he put in some good passes as well. So I'm gonna give Lucas. Probably Lucas should get the same thing as Vinicius. I think that's probably the only criticism. But I thought Lucas had a pretty good game, like I said, especially by his standards. I thought he did good. Rodrigo Lasso says, not sure why Zidane didn't start Mendy after his last game. Hopefully he'll start against PSG. I think it's just because, a little bit of rotation, and especially you start Mendy 2 games in a row. I don't think Marcelo would be maybe too happy with that, and you kind of want to keep the players happy. So I think that's why he did, and I think he could risk it in this game to start Marcelo because we're playing at home, and I think he was able to take the risk. Whereas if we would have started Mendy, I would like to see Mendy definitely back for the PSG game. But I think for this game, Marcelo, I think we can get away with it. Do you think Militao will be ready to play a PSG game? I think he will. I think Zidane did talk about this. I think he will be ready. And Vini needs to improve his end product. Yeah, exactly. Vini needs to improve. I thought Vinicius was good, but it really is down to that. He needs to improve a little bit his end product, and he's young. He'll come good. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. And I thought, like I said, Lucas Vazquez a little bit better, not a lot better, but yeah, a little bit better. James was better than Cruz, and you give him that. Let me think. Let me check here. You could argue. Don't worry. Don't hate on you, brother. But these ratings are very wrong. Let me check what you have as your ratings. Hazard 7, he says. Militao 6. Jovic can't be rated. I think that's very good. I agree with that. Eden was really good. 7. Yep, I think so too. Carvajal had an assist and did not give up the ball for the whole first half. I saw it a couple of times, but you could argue. I mean, he did really good in the first half. The second half, I thought he dropped down a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Let's see here. So we're gonna go with Hazard is gonna get a 7, just like his number. Number 7 for Eden Hazard. Militao. Let's see. Militao 6. Yeah, I mean Militao. Look, I didn't see much from him. I didn't see him do much wrong. A 6 is decent. Jovic. I didn't see much from Jovic. I think like Abdullah was saying, we're not gonna give him a rating. I think it's down to that. Carvajal, yeah, okay. Mbappe has set the standards so high for youngsters at 19-year-olds like Vinicius can't even have bad moments. They now need to be performing like Prem Ronaldo in order to impress, says Rodrigo Lasso. And that's a good point. I know Joao Felix is also another youngster who has set the bar very high, and that's really surprising, And to be honest, yes, let's just be patient with Vinicius. John says Vinicius missed easy chances today. He did exactly. He'll come good. It's going to be a hit or miss with Vinicius. Either he'll come good, he'll be very good, or what will happen is he'll just never have an end product. That's what will happen. And like I said before, I think the onus now, or the responsibility now, is on Vinicius to really step up his game to the next level. This second season will be very difficult for Vinicius. He will not have a good second season. However, what I have to say is that this season he will have to put in a shift. He will have to work hard in training every day if he is to get to that next level. So that's what I would like to see for Vinicius. I know he's not going to have a good season, but I would like to see him put in the work so he can be very good in the subsequent seasons. Dinesh says Zidane must use Jovic at least after 60-minute mark. If he comes after 80 minutes, his confidence will decrease. Yeah, I know Jovic. That's what it seems like. That's what I'm seeing at the moment. However, in the interview, that he had before Real Madrid started the campaign, or before Real Madrid started the season, is that he seems like a very confident guy. I think Mitrovic kind of alluded to that. So Hopefully he could stay confident despite these kinds of desolate times where it's not going too well. But yeah, hopefully we do see Jovic come good. And Abdullahi says Hazard, Mendy, and Militao will start against PSG. Yep, I think so too. Militao is confirmed to start because of suspensions of other players. Yes, thank you for that, Abdullahi. Yes, that's true. Militao will start versus PSG. That was confirmed. And I think James was better than Cruz. I thought so too, actually. I thought so too. I mean, I guess in hindsight, it's very, I could switch these kinds of ratings up, but I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm probably being a little bit stubborn, but no. Look, it is what it is. In hindsight, like I said, you could change these ratings quite drastically. But I think at the moment, this is pretty much the player ratings that I gave. I thought James was really good today. I probably should give him a little bit more, I guess, like some of the people were saying. But I'll leave it like that. Really, I'll leave it like that. What did I want to say about the game? Let me just talk about the game a little bit more, and then I'll end it there. Benzema I thought was good, but like I said, I don't want to rely on Benzema this whole season. I don't want to go through another season relying on Benzema for goals. That's not gonna work. That's never gonna work. Benzema is inconsistent. Sometimes he'll provide goals, sometimes he won't. Sometimes he'll have fantastic games like today. Sometimes he'll just have dreadful games. That's just Benzema for you, and I don't want to depend on Benzema for that. Eden Hazard, very, very good today. I thought we saw very good signs from Eden Hazard, and it seems like he could be that player to carry us to the next level. But we'll just have to see. Hazard, I've kind of seen him in a Chelsea shirt, can be inconsistent at times. Like I said, it's up to the other players to kind of step up when Eden Hazard is kind of going up and down. But I hope Eden Hazard can stay at that level where he's just cruise control. So hopefully we can see that from Hazard. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, let me think. When Casemiro obviously came out, I think the 4-3-3 works best. I think when we go with the midfield, if we have, how can I say this? If with the CDM it works well, and if we have Cruz as a CDM, I don't think it works that well. So man, that CDM role is so important. I just don't understand how we let Marcos Llorente go, because Casemiro playing the whole season, it's just not going to happen. So I don't know what Zidane wants to do in the future, but we'll have to see, I guess. Vinicius, I mean, I know I rated him kind of maybe lower than some people would have liked, but Vinicius still lacking a little bit for me. I think by his standards, he had a very good game, and I think Vinicius, he will definitely come good, but it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a hit or miss for Vinicius. Either he'll be a very good player, or he's just gonna always be a player with no end product. That's just how it's gonna work. And like I said, the onus now is on Vinicius to really take that game to the next level. And let me just go to the comments really quick, and then I'm just going to end it right there. So I'm going to end it like in 3 minutes, guys, just to let you guys know. I think James was better than Cruz. How can you say? Okay, so Abdullahi says, how can you say I know he will not have a good season? He played okay today, and he was incredible last season. You can say that he will not get as much playing time because of Hazard, but not that. I don't think he'll have a good season. It's very subjective. Some people will think he's probably gonna have a good season. It's just an opinion, I guess, and that's what it comes down to. But some people do. I mean, what I like today, I guess, about Vinicius is that when he was giving the ball away, things like that, the Real Madrid fans were actually backing him. That was kind of nice to see. I know there was a point, I think it was in the 70th minute or something, where he gave the ball away, and then the Real Madrid fans just applauded him, and that was really, really nice. But I mean, he is playing for one of the best clubs in the world, one of the clubs with the most pressure, so it's very, very difficult for a youngster to do so. But he will come good. I mean, he's coming from Brazil. It's going to take some time. I know he was good last season, but look, the second season, it's always a more difficult one. Gareth Bale kind of experienced that. Anthony Martial's another one from Manchester United who kind of experienced that, a second season that didn't go as well. So I think that's just how it is. Real Madrid fan says congratulations for Real Madrid. barely congratulations, I would say. But yeah, I know, we got lucky. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well, Real Madrid fan. It's good to see you. And Los Merengues TV says, someone has to notice that if Casemiro is injured, an inexperienced Fede Valverde will take over. An unpopular opinion, but Marcos Llorente was definitely one CDM we shouldn't have lost. I wouldn't say, it is kind of unpopular, actually. I was about to say I wouldn't say that, but it is kind of unpopular. And yes, we shouldn't have lost Marcos Llorente. Like I said, in hindsight, very easy to say that. Marcos Llorente, I really don't understand why we lost him. I really don't understand, but it is what it is now. Real Madrid fan says Modric would be good as a CDM, I think. Maybe he could do the job every once in a while, I would say, but I'm a bit scared, you know. We really don't have any other CDMs. That's the problem. John says, let's hope Barcelona drops points. Yes, I hope so too. I hope so though. I just can't believe we're relying on Barcelona to drop points, but it is what it is. And Abdullahi says, James, man of the match, and you give him a 7.5. Well, I didn't give him a look. I mean, I kind of went with the ratings of the people, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Les Merengues TV says nobody. Modric is not someone who's physical and wouldn't be someone who would be aware. Yeah, there you go. I think that's a good point. But covering between the lines, he's also aging most of all. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think about Luka Modric. Is the covering between the lines. He's not that kind of player, I guess. But I can see where you're coming from, Real Madrid fan. But like I said, it's Modric as a CDM. Let's see. So Abdullahi says not good ratings today, brother. Ha! It happens. It happens. Look at Sofa score from now on. Look, man. I'm gonna be kind of serious here. Look, it's sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's gonna be people are gonna give me their ratings. These are my ratings. These are very subjective ratings. It is a fan channel. I don't take any stats from anywhere. So these are my ratings only, and some of the ratings from other people. Look, man, I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan. If you want to go on SofaScore, that's fine. But this is just a fan channel with my subjective ratings, so I just want to let you know. Naj says our midfield should be Modric, James, and Casemiro. Let's see, Casemiro, Modric, and James. The Modric one, look, Modric is aging a little bit. I think you could get away maybe one season, but Modric is aging. If you use him sporadically, I think it could be pretty good. James in the midfield position. Yes, James for sure. Casemiro for sure. Yes, exactly. I think that's good. Maybe if you go James, Cruz, Casemiro, or something like that, I think it could be a little bit better. I would love to see Modric, but Modric is just declining a little bit, and he's just a little older, than I'd like him to be. So it is what it is, I guess. Endless Merengues TV says, buddy, Lucas Vazquez was better. Come on, David. Look, man, like I said, you guys, this is a fan channel. This is my subjective opinions. Like I said, if you guys want to give me, your how can I say, your ratings, like I said, I let you guys rate some of the players. If you guys want to start a fan channel yourselves, you're more than welcome. I'm not trying to get pissed off here too much, but look, if you guys want to start, but anyways, I don't want to talk too much about it. Dinner says I would give 5, not 1.5 for Kuta, because he saved important save in the final minutes. It was directly at him. Otherwise, we lost another 2 points. It was directly at him. I think Jonas was kind of saying that it was directly at him. I guess I can understand. Abdullahi says I know that those ratings are like hating on the players so wrong. I mean, it is what it is. Real Madrid fan says, I am so excited for the PSG game. Hazard will be a beast. Yeah, I think Hazard's going to come good this season. From what I saw from Hazard today, it seems like he is really going to be that player that's going to take us to the next level. And Jonas says, Dinesh, watch again. That save was easy. I guess that's what it is. The save was a little bit easy, but I can understand where Dinesh is coming from. It was a save at the 90th minute. It was a Courtois that was lacking in confidence. Could have easily just let that score, but he made the save, and at the end of the day, I can understand Dinesh, your point. And Alsker says, what? I don't know what you meant there. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to end it pretty much right there. Like I said, these are subjectives. Naj says it's good ratings, mate. All good. Don't let it get to you. Everyone's going to have opinions. Thank you so much for that, Naj. Yeah, look, this is a fan channel. Like I said, technically, maybe I am inept sometimes. And I'm going to admit that. I'm going to be humble and and say that tactically, yes, I'm not the most perfect player or the most perfect person out there, the most perfect pundit. I'm a fan. I don't watch the game like probably some ex-professionals do, but that's just what it is. Abdullahi says like Courtois, there's not something called 1.5. It is what it is. You clearly don't know. Look, dude, Abdullahi, if you want to hate on me, you can hate on me. I really don't care. But it is what it is. If you want to go, watch some ex-professionals, you can do so. It's a fan channel. Real Madrid fan says, dude, don't worry. We enjoy the ratings here. Everyone has his opinion, although you like Benzema. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Agree, but still, it's important one. And don't worry. No, let's not hate on Abdullahi. Look, Abdullahi, man. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'm not gonna get to you, man. If I understand your reasons for saying that. And look, it's all right, man. At the end of the day, I don't want to be there. I don't want there to be any acrimony between us. It is what it is. I know that you want to clearly just state your opinion, and that's okay. No, don't worry. Jonas says blocking. No, Jonas, we can't be. I don't want to be bellicose. I don't want to be bellicose. I just want to say that don't worry, Abdullahi. Don't worry. You're good. Don't worry. It's fine. It's I don't want. I don't. Yeah. Exactly. Abdullahi he has a good point. He has a good point. He's just stating his opinion, just like everyone else. And I think it's very good to be open to these kinds of things. I don't ever want to close my mind on this. It is what it is. And he was just stating his opinion. I totally understand that. So thank you, Abdullahi. I really do appreciate that. And don't worry. It's fine. So thank you guys. That's all I have for you guys today. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. And Jonas says that's true, Dave. We don't always have to agree. Exactly. Abdullahi, don't worry. Before David signs off, watch the Hazard video on my channel, Los Merengues TV. Yes, there you go. If you want to watch something more frivolous, Los Merengues TV has something on. And like I said, with Abdullahi, there's no beef, dude. I really appreciate your opinions. I will always take them into consideration. I will always try to improve the channel here. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day. Thank you.